Hello friends, welcome to this video regarding data structure assignment. I know it's kind of not good, but still I'm willing to share this video with you guys because I got some responses from some of my friends and they say it's kind of problem for them. So don't worry, I'm always there to help you guys out. So today I made this video for you guys to help on the data structure recursion. So recursion is one of the greatest things I would say, but it has not much real use. So let's go back to the question. So this question is common for both part 1 and part 2 of the assignment. So it is a Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series is kind of you will add the last one and the previous last one to get the current one. Okay, so that is the basic of Fibonacci series. So here if you say that with row and column you can imagine the value, or you can see the value here, visualize it for, let's say your n is 4 and t is, let's say 4. So 4 is 35, right? So you can check with other values. So with the given row and column you can discover the Fibonacci value. Okay, so that's the beauty of this question, and you can find it with the following equation: f of n is equal to f n minus 1 plus f n minus 2. So that's what I just said. So how does this thing work? So first of all, I would like to show you. Okay, let's start the coding first, then I will describe how does this work. So let's go back to NetBeans. Okay, so we are going to implement a method, recursive method, and in that method we'll work on it. Okay, so public static, we'll use the long variable because it can return a large integer. We'll name it Fibonacci, and it will take two parameter n and t, and it has three conditions basically. The first condition, it will say if n equal 1, then return 1, else if n t equal 1, then it should return n, else return Fibonacci n minus 1 t plus Fibonacci n t minus 1. So this is the equation that is given in the question, so you just can refer to that. Okay, so I'm not gonna describe what the Fibonacci series and all these things, because you guys are supposed to know these things. If you don't know, go ahead and take help from Java doc, and they have all these things in details, so just refer to that. So we'll call this method from the main method. So you can take the user input if you wish, but since due to the time, the complexity, I'm not gonna take this. So simply I will print the things: Fibonacci value, Fibonacci, let's say 3. So yeah, that's it. Go ahead and run it. Alright, the value is 10. So go back to our question. So 3, n is 3 and t is 3, so 3 3 10. Okay, so this is working correctly. Alright, so now what I would like to show you is how does this thing work. Alright, so this is nothing fancy. You can just copy and paste from anywhere else, you can submit it. It doesn't matter, but you have to know it, right? So let's go ahead and show it. Okay, so there you go. So let's say our n is 3 and t is 3. Okay, so we'll call this Fibonacci 3 and 3. So we'll call this method with the row and column, okay, n and t, right? So if we call this method, there are three conditions, right? So first condition, it will say if n is equal 1. If that condition is true, then it will return 1. If that is not correct and t is equal 1 instead, then it is supposed to return the n, current n value. If that is wrong, then it will say, and it will return one more method. Actually there are two methods practically, so that will call over and over again. So how that thing works, we'll say. So let's say we pass the value 3 and 3, right? So when we pass the value 3 and 3, then it will return. Okay, let's go to the program first. Let's see here, we are passing 3 and 3. So 3 is not true here, 3 is not true here, so it will come here. So it will return 3 minus 1, so 2 and 3 plus 3 and 3 minus 1, 2. So yeah, come here. So it will return Fibonacci 3 minus 1, so 2 and t, so t is 3 plus Fibonacci n t minus 1, so t minus 1, 3 minus 1 equal 2. Okay, all right, there you go. Now this value is returning. Okay, so there are two methods, so two methods will be called consecutively. Firstly this one, after that this one. So if you split the first one, what you are supposed to get, your two condition is not true, neither n equal 1, neither t equal 1. So the third condition is true, so the third condition will return Fibonacci 2 minus 1, so 1, I mean n minus 1, so 1 and t, so our t is 3, right, plus n Fibonacci n, which is 2, plus t minus 1, so t minus 1, t is 3, 3 minus 1, 2, right? All right, there you go. So in that case, our n was 2 and t was 3. Okay, so in this case the n is 2 and t is 3. All right, so now like before, this one method will execute like this. You see, we expand this single method and we're getting 2. So if we expand this thing, we'll get another 2. So when our n is equal 1 and t is equal 3, so the first condition is getting correct. So the first condition was if n equal 1, it will return 1. So our Fibonacci 1, 3, the value it will return 1. Alright, so now go ahead and try the second one, which is Fibonacci. Many people call the Fibonacci in different terms, but I'm not sure which one is correct. I heard American people, they call it Fibonacci, and other people like from England, they call it Fibonacci. I don't know which one is correct. It's up to you, as long as you understand it. Okay, so Fibonacci 2 and 2. So let's expand this. 2 and 2, so none of this condition is true, so the third condition will be true. So third condition, well, Fibonacci n minus 1, 1 and t plus n minus so this will be Fibonacci n, so n is 2 and t minus 1, 1, Okay, so now come to here, our 1, so our n is 1, so if n is equal 1, so it will return 1. Now the second Fibonacci value, which is 2 1, so our t is 1, so it will return 2, because the current n value, you look at here, current this is the n value. Okay, so this will return here, so 2. All right, so 2 plus 1 plus 2 is equal 3. All right, so if we come to here, this point, Fibonacci 1 3, so 1 3 is 1, Fibonacci 2 2, this thing is for Fibonacci this thing. Okay, so our total is 1 plus 3 is 4. So if we do the things here, we sum it up. So Fibonacci 1 3 is here, you can see 1 plus Fibonacci 2 2 is 3, so total is 4. All right, so this value is for Fibonacci 2 3. Okay, if we expanded this and we get these values. Okay, now what remaining is Fibonacci 3 2. Okay, so we'll work on it here at the bottom. Okay, so here our Fibonacci, so in that case our n is equal or n is 3 and t is 2. Okay, so if these values come, the third condition will be 2. So what was the third condition? Third condition was Fibonacci n minus 1, so 2 and t, so 2 plus Fibonacci 3 and 1, because the current n is 1 and t minus 1 1. So as we know that Fibonacci 2 2, we discover the value here. Okay, so 1 plus 2 is 3, so just simply put it, and Fibonacci 3 1, so how our t is now 1, right? Here t is 1, so if t is 1, then it is supposed to return the n value. So our n value is 3, so just sum it up. So 3 plus 3 is 6. All right, so we got the value for 3 2. Okay, and we also got the value for 2 3. So we sum it up everything, Fibonacci 2 3, the value is 4, plus we just got Fibonacci 3 2, which is 6. So in total it is 10, right? So yeah, 10. So go back to our question. Okay, you see here 3 and 3 10, so this is the value. Okay, so and we got this with the things that I have described so far. Okay, so yeah, that's how the things work. So if you have any queries or any question, you can send me an email, or you can ask me in the class or anytime you want. So I'll try to help you guys out. Okay, so that's all for today. Enjoy your midsummer break. Thank you.